Welcome to Ambassadors in the Marketplace, the podcast where faith meets the workplace. Here, we explore kingdom principles to help you thrive as an ambassador in the marketplace. Whether you're in business, education, media, government, or any industry, you have a divine assignment. Let's unlock wisdom, excellence, and influence for kingdom impact. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, really good to see you again today. And we are on episode number 4 now. And I want to really welcome you very much and thank you again for joining us. The theme for episode 4 is navigating opposition, winning without compromise. Now, have you ever faced opposition because of your values or integrity at work, which is informed by a strong faith? Maybe you've been pressured to cut corners, compromise your values, or stay silent when you should speak up. Today, we will learn some key lessons from Daniel and Nehemiah, two leaders who thrived in the face of intense resistance. If you've ever wondered how to stand firm without losing influence, this episode is for you, so please stay tuned. So first, let's take a look at Daniel. Daniel's faithfulness in the midst of opposition can be found in Daniel chapter 6, verses 1 to 28. And Daniel chapter 6, verse 4 reads as follows: Then the other administrators and high officers began searching for some fault in the way Daniel was handling government affairs, but they couldn't find anything to criticize or condemn him. He was faithful always, responsible, and completely trustworthy. Daniel's challenge involved navigating the conflict between faith and the law. Daniel was a top government official in Babylon. He was known for his excellence and integrity. Unfortunately, his colleagues envied him, but they couldn't find any corruption in his work. And of course, since they couldn't attack his competence, they could only attack his faith. He convinced King Darius to pass a law that outlawed prayer to any god apart from the king. And so Daniel was left with two choices. He either stops praying to avoid the consequences or continue and face the lion's den. Now, what would you have done? It's a tough one, isn't it? We should not underestimate the pressures involved here, especially in the current climate of cancel culture. But Daniel's response was unshaken and consistent. Instead of hiding, Daniel kept praying openly as he had always done. Now, this is really important to note because he did not initiate his lifestyle of prayer after the law was passed just to prove a point or to deliberately antagonize his detractors. He didn't negotiate his faith to fit the world's expectations. And so God defended him, and his faithfulness led to his promotion. It can be very tempting for us to stay silent and not stand up for our faith because of the fear of losing status. However, Daniel's example shows and teaches us that honoring God is always worth the risk. Loving this conversation? Don't forget to like and subscribe to Ambassadors in the Marketplace and share this episode with fellow kingdom professionals. For more resources and community discussions, visit marketplaceambassadors.com and our Facebook page. Let's build a legacy of faith-driven excellence together. The second example is Nehemiah, whose opposition was about handling workplace attacks. You will find the story in Nehemiah chapter 4, verses 1 to 23, and chapter 6, verses 1 to 9. Nehemiah chapter 4 reads in verse 1, Sanballat was very angry when he learned that we were rebuilding the wall. He flew into a rage and mocked the Jews. Nehemiah's challenge was handling external opposition. Nehemiah was rebuilding Jerusalem's walls, but his enemies, that is Sanballat and Tobiah, mocked, they threatened, and plotted against him. They spread lies and tried to distract him from his mission. Have you ever encountered colleagues or competitors who try to sabotage your work? This can be really frustrating. However, Nehemiah's story provides us a roadmap for dealing with opposition. Nehemiah's responses were focus, prayer, and strategy. He didn't waste time arguing with his enemies or opponents, but he took every threat to God in prayer. He stayed focused on his mission, refusing distractions. He adjusted his strategy. Some workers built while others stood guard. As a believer and kingdom ambassador, when people undermine your work or try to pull you down, do you defend yourself or let God fight for you? It's a really important thing to ponder. The common theme in Daniel and Nehemiah's stories is winning without compromise. Both Daniel and Nehemiah show us that faithfulness in your work attracts both favor and opposition. Both are part of the package in fulfilling your God-given assignment. When attacked, respond with integrity and prayer, not compromise or bitterness. Stay focused. Those who undermine you want to distract you from your purpose. People may attack your faith, they may question your integrity or try to silence your voice. The question is, will you stay true to your own values? Now, let's examine a real-life scenario of the Christian who stood firm in the workplace. So let's imagine a Christian employee pressured to alter financial reports to hide company losses. At first, they refuse, but colleagues pressure them with job threats. Instead of compromising, they stand firm, losing a deserved promotion, but later getting recognized for integrity. When faced with opposition, will you stand firm or compromise by taking the easy way out? So let's tackle a practical challenge then. So this week, reflect on these questions. Have you ever been pressured to compromise your work values at work? How did you handle it? What can you learn from Daniel and Nehemiah? Commit to staying faithful no matter the pressure, because God honors those who stand for Him. Whatever opposition you face, stay faithful, stay prayerful, and let God fight your battles. Thank you very much for listening, and God bless you very much. Thank you for joining us on Ambassadors in the Marketplace. Remember, excellence is a kingdom mandate. So stay faithful, stay diligent, and keep influencing your world for Christ. Until next time, stay excellent.